Foreword by me, Adam Rippon. When I think of my mom, I think of someone who has always given selflessly. As I've gotten older and hit my 30s, I appreciate more and more of what she has given me and taught me. When your mom tells you to stay positive or to never give up, sometimes it can feel like, really, Mom? Of course your mom is going to say that. A lot of the lessons I learned from my mom, I didn't really understand until I was older. I didn't understand that so many of the habits I formed were because of her. I always heard what she was saying, but it wasn't until I was older that I was living by it. My mom always told me to watch the way I spoke to myself, that my brain was always listening. She told me to always watch the words I used. I became more aware of what I was saying in my head and decided to make a change. I improved my self-talk, and I improved my results. I forced myself to see the bigger picture. I didn't know where this inner voice came from that pushed me to get through those moments, but it was there. I didn't know until later that it came from my mom. I wanted so badly to gain more confidence. So I started noticing the small achievements and wrote them all down. I set daily goals, and as I collected each day's accomplishments, my confidence grew. And it grew from the ideas I learned from my mom. My brain really was listening. And I started telling it to think higher and dream bigger because I was ready. I learned from my mom that unless I took responsibility for my actions, I wouldn't have the power to fix them. Being accountable for my mistakes and my successes was a strategy that I took right from my mom's playbook. When I moved across the country in my 20s, I had the chance to reflect, and I realized that all of those lessons I'd learned, the way I was mindful of other people, the way I was accountable for my actions, the way I talked to myself, it was all because of my mom. It wasn't until I was older that I realized that the undeniable feeling of thinking I could do anything was a seed that my mom had planted so many years ago. I didn't just gain these perspectives. They were lessons I had learned from the time I was a child. Being a parent means being a teacher at the highest level. It's a balance of influencing your child to do better and being their ultimate cheerleader. I will never be able to say thank you enough to my mom. Growing up and becoming an adult is a wild ride. But on this wild ride, I've learned how far being kind to one another and ourselves can really take us. It was when I finally applied all the lessons I learned from my mom that I was able to go out and be my best every day. I learned from my mom that being my best was the mindset of a champion, and my mom taught me to be a champion on and off the ice. I always looked to her and admired how she was never afraid to take risks. I take that Kelly Rippon mentality into everything I do. I'm so proud of the book my mom has written, and I'm so excited for you to read it. There is no one in the world who I admire more than my mom. She has always been my hero, and I'm sure by the time you finish this book, she'll be yours too.